before we...
Kevin, thanks very much.
Sure is. Thanks, D.A. Now let's take a look at Denver's opening lineup. Millsap and Jokic, the big men. Jamal Murray is out there with Porter. And it's Gordon in at the small forward. And for Portland, Collins plays the 4 with Nurkic at the 5. Derek Jones is out there with Damian Lillard. And it's Covington in at the 3 spot. Now here's Jones. And that one's good. Lillard.
Well, he's effective in the catch and shoot dating back to his college days. Lillard has brought that skill to the pros.
Murray, the pass to Jokic. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
One of the more skilled offensive players that is on the floor here tonight. Not an easy fella to hold in check.
Lillard surveying the D. Nurkic. That one, no good. Good defense by Jokic. And here we go. Fast break. Murray's got it. Jokic inside. Working on Nurkic. And it's Jokic missing. And here's Portland. Well, we know, Greg, that Jokic is such a unique talent at that center position. Young player, already top 10 in career triple-doubles.
How about the most triple-doubles ever by a foreign player? You think of the great skilled European big man. Jokic, arguably the most skilled of them all.
Here's Jokic. Portland making their last shot. Outside for Murray. The pass to Jokic. 5 to shoot. Porter outside. And the rebound by Nurkic.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening.
Well, Nurkic getting more and more comfortable at finding the open men on this team.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Murray against Nurkic.
Yeah, not really much of a flow offensively yet. Only 1 of 4 from the field.
And Lillard kicks to Nurkic. That's tipped. Stolen by Gordon. And now the Nuggets. Fast break. Murray with the ball. And it's Murray with the jam.
And Murray showing it all here. An exceptional player attacking while he's in the open floor.
Murray against Lillard. Pass to Jones. Launches a 3. Jokic grabs the miss. The Nuggets have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game.
Beautiful transition offense there. That's execution at its best.
Yeah, once you burst through a seam like that, you got to look right towards the rim. Sweet play.
Now here's Lillard. Pass to Nurkic, the 11-footer, and that one is good.
And Nurkic proving he's got a little touch there from the mid-range. Very difficult guy to guard.
Outside, Porter. Passes it to Millsap. And the officials will call the illegal screen right there. Well, Greg, with your son getting drafted, you joined the ranks of some historic NBA father-son duos.
You know, I got the opportunity to play with Arvydas Sabonis in Portland, and remember DeMontis as a little kid.
No
and now
kidding.
He's an all-star
No kidding.
last year. And, you know, I think you're going to have an influx of that in the coming years. Dwayne Wade's son is a terrific player. We know about LeBron's son's ability. He's possibly heading to the league one day. You just never know. I'm as a dad, it's going to get the opportunity to watch his son play, excited, but I think you're going to see more of this in the future.
Cole and Greg Anthony. I like the way that sounds. Here's McCollum. Michael Porter making his last shot. We've got 1:18 left to play in the first.
Well, he knows how to get the shot off at any time on that pick and roll. Natural instincts taking over, and the experience helping McCollum as well.
Now here's Murray. Fires top of the key. And again, it's Denver.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
Well, he's going to just keep going now. That's early confidence for him.
Here's McCollum. And there's the pass to Powell. Lobs it up for Anthony. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Here's Jokic. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. And here we go. Trailblazers with a fast break. Oh, and the jam by Anthony.
Melo has to be in position for plays like that. That time, perfect position.
The Nuggets have gone 5 of 9 from the field here in the first. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Here's Jokic. The putback. And it's Portland with the rebound. Fast break. Here come the Trailblazers. And the three ball is good.
Like the execution there from Cantor. Usually likes to score. This time with the pass.
Murray surveying the D, and the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And so the first quarter is in the books. Well, earlier, Damian Lillard spoke to us about how he deals.
I look to the times where
Greg, he's certainly a gentleman in victory and defeat.
You know, Lillard takes the L as a learning opportunity. Sure, it stings, but he also knows it can make them stronger if they use it right.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter of action so far. And from Portland, guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Yeah, you don't see that all that often, getting down there and doing that much damage in a quarter. You got to respect the game plan.
Anthony is out there with Rondé Hollis-Jefferson. Then there's C.J. McCollum. Then there's Norman Powell. And it's Cantor in at the 5 spot. They're the group the Portland Trailblazers will start the second quarter with.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Morris dishes to Barton. And around a minute gone here in the second quarter. And the slam dunk by McGee.
And how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely hammered it down. And so it's McCollum with it. He brings it up for Portland. 3-point lead. Pass to Powell. He feeds it to Anthony. Off the mark, his first miss of the game, 1 for 2. The Nuggets shooting with confidence, 50% from the field so far. Martin passes to Green. Kicks to Morris. Back to Green, 4 on the clock. Takes the 3. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Green's got it all tied up now for Denver.
You got to try to scramble the Jets right here and get that guy off the sweet spot. That's one of the best three-point shooters in the league.
And here's McCollum. Anthony left side. From the stripe. That one doesn't go. Now Denver takes it the other way. Great offensive performance they're putting on.
And, guys, we call that the zone because that's where they are right now. They are in a zone, and I'm sure they feel unstoppable. And he pulls off the Houdini to make that catch and slam it through.
Stupendous alley-oop. Portland with the ball. The Nuggets getting the bucket. Powell, the pass to McCollum. Out to Anthony. McCollum against Morris.
Such a good player on the in-between game, weaving behind bodies to find some space, and CJ cashes in.
And McCollum has done a lot to improve his impact on the defensive end.
And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Powell against Barton. Tries from 10. The shot by Powell, no good. For Denver, they've gone 5 of 6 so far from the field in the second quarter. The kick out to Barton. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Barton.
That's just poor communication between those two. The passer has to make sure his teammate is established, and the teammate has to know the pass is coming. See, that's communication.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. A tremendous mobile one block that we had to see again. Great send back.
Close games can boil down to who makes plays on defense, and that is one heck of a rejection right there.
Kicks it out to Covington. Portland needs to get off a shot. Lillard outside. Second chance shot. They get it back. Denver in the lead. They kick it out to Green. Here's Dozier. Off target from three-point range. And for the Trailblazers, they're shooting 47%. Pretty solid.
Aggressive and incredibly quick end-to-end. Lillard is always a threat on the fast break.
34 seconds left in the first half. Green finds Morris. From the arc. The Nuggets with a new 14. Green draws the double. Martin from outside. Pass to Dozier. Here's McGee, and it's McGee with the jam.
Oh, that's straight TNT, baby. Explosive.
That was pretty, and he just has that effortless knack for getting inside. Three-pointer, Lillard. He's off on that one.
Great defensive effort from Nurkic. Does not make that shot.
Thank you, David, and we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
We welcome you. A pretty close game from the Nuggets throughout the first quarter. They were always within striking distance. And
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. JaMychal Green with a strong contribution so far in this one.
And those extra chances mean so much. And he has shaped the game with the way he's been pulling down those offensive boards.
And the team appreciating all of that dirty work going on. His activity has been phenomenal.
Second half underway. Here's who Mike Malone's got on the floor. Millsap and Jokic, the big men. Jamal Murray is out there with Michael Porter. And it's Gordon in at the three, the small forward. Frankie, we hear this a lot. It's almost too popular now to say good offense beats good defense. Being a defensive-minded player yourself, do you agree with that statement?
Absolutely, Kevin. And the thing is, in today's game, when I played, there was an era, you know, you could hold teams in the 80s and 90s. You could go a quarter and keep them at 12, 15 points. You can't do that now. It's different. You've got to be able to win stretches of 2 and 3 minutes. And honestly, you're right. The offense does dictate far more, but it doesn't discount the importance of defense. And if you still look at the reigning champs and the teams that have won titles recently, that's still one area that they're consistent in is their defensive approach.
Rebounded by Covington. Covington's got his fourth rebound with that last one here tonight. Lillard dishes to Jones.
And you know what?
And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Passes to Millsap. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation.
And you can tolerate gaffes like that sometimes, but in a close game, man, I tell you what, that really hurts.
Now here's Jones. 5 points in the game. Covington passes to Lillard. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. And Jones slams it in.
Lillard becoming better at staying patient, knowing that at any point in a possession, he can take advantage of somebody. That time he found the open man.
Here's Murray. And it's Murray with the jam.
And sometimes as a point guard, you gotta take things into your own hands.
Yeah, right. It's okay to be selfish when you have a chance like that.
Well, if he's calling his own number, there's a reason for it. There, you respect the decision-making from him out there.
And a deep three from Lillard. And the three off target.
Yeah, but they're 3 of 4 to start the second half.
Porter passes to Jokic. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
Especially if you're a player that doesn't get a lot of shot attempts. But otherwise, the mindset is, I just got to get the next one to go. And you don't want to put that much pressure on yourself.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Back to Murray. Outside, Porter. Over Jones. That one's in there. The Trailblazer lead is cut down to 2 points now on the basket from Porter.
And Porter's height and length around the basket is going to help him create opportunities to score.
Outside, Covington. Back to Lillard. Throws it up high. And Jones with the stuff.
And you could see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates, Greg, with a terrific feel for each other. The pass to Jokic. Back to Murray. Pass to Jokic. Count the basket and the foul. It's on Damian Lillard.
Well, you have to think, if Jokic is that good a passer, his mind is always working. Why not work it to get contact like that?
And for Jokic, a slow start to last season, came in heavy, lost over 20 pounds as he played his way into shape. And boy, did he come on strong down the stretch.
Pass to Powell. Back to McCollum. The three. Trailblazers keep it alive. He kicks to Powell. Outside Anthony. Back to Powell. Jacks up a three. They get it again. And Kent are able to finish. And the Trailblazers lead by 3.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Murray outside. We've got 13 seconds left to play here in the third. From deep three-point range, the rebound by Giles.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
Well, I thought they played smart, and then all of a sudden it was maybe a little too flashy there, and that's unfortunate.
And we just finished the third. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Well, there's a way to break down the defense with the handle, but you can do it with the pass. Prime example of that right there.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. Giles is out there with Enes Kanter. Then it's Anthony. Then there's McCollum. And it's Powell in at the shooting guard. That's the group on the floor for Portland.
Well, Kanter always thought of as a scorer first. That time, an excellent job spotting his teammate and getting the ball to him.
Passes it to McGee. Right wing. Dozier kicks to Green. Here's the three. Here's McGee. He dishes it to Morris. The pass to Dozier. Boom, he jams it straight down.
Go into the rack with energy, and the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, gotta chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
There's some ways to get your coach's attention, and that draws the coaching staff's ire.
McCollum finds Powell. Off target from three-point range. The Nuggets trail by 3. McGee, the pass to Morris. And it's JaVale McGee with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. The Trailblazers making a switch here. Hollis Jefferson's checked in. Morris against McCollum. Powell, the pass to Cantor. Back to Powell. Takes a 3. Connects from three-point range. Powell's got the lead up to 6 now for the Trailblazers.
That's just a lapse right there. No matter what, somebody has to be there and get a hand up in the shooter's face.
Pass to Dozier. And here's McGee. The Nuggets moving the ball around. And he lobs it up toward the rim. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
Well, Will Barton always going full speed. That time finds a bullet pass to a teammate.
Morris against McCollum. Now Hollis Jefferson. McCollum passes to Hollis Jefferson. And it's Hollis Jefferson with the jam.
You just don't want to give away points by giving away passing lanes. McCollum right there waiting for one, then threads the needle.
Barton against Powell. McGee, the pass to Green. Out to Morris. From downtown. Green finds Morris. No good on the triple.
Well, you make strides to get back in the ball game, but an errant shot like that can definitely cost you any kind of momentum. Have to use better judgment there.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. Pass to Nurkic. Third minute of action now gone here in the fourth. Lillard, the pass to Covington. Jones in the post, guarded by Porter. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will retain possession. .152 left to play in the final quarter.
Well, there's some length from Murray as a guard there as he helps out on defense and pesters the shooter.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
And so it's Murray who brings the ball up for Denver. Trailing here by 8. Passes it to Jokic, and he comes up with the deuce.
I just don't think that Jokic is ever in a hurry out there, which helps in that set.
Lillard against Murray. It's Covington on the wing. There's the pass to Lillard. Nurkic in the post. He's against Jokic. Three-pointer, Lillard. No good on the shot. And Denver the other way now. Murray outside. Floats it up for Millsap. Lillard with the rebound.
Oh, that's a golden opportunity to finish on the break, and he blows it.
Completely lost focus. You can't get 2 steps ahead.
On the wing, Jones. Just 5 on the clock. For the 3, and that's good. Damian Lillard for 3.
In perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Maybe trying to find a little bit more space and ball movement to get guys open at the 3-point line.
Murray, no good.
He's not the guy that you want to give a wide open look from 3-point range. They're lucky that that one doesn't cost them.
About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Pass to Nurkic. Over Jokic. The Trailblazers rebound. Jones kicks to Covington. Here's Nurkic. Collins passes to Lillard. And so it's Portland winning this one. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage, and they're And the Blazers couldn't have looked any sharper as they came through.
Kevin, thank you.
Indeed. Something special, David. Thanks. So let's take a look at the starters for the Dallas Mavericks. They've got Willie Cauley-Stein. Richardson is out there with Luka Doncic. And there's Porzingis. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3 slot. And for Portland, we've got Damian Lillard. Giles is out there with Hollis Jefferson. Then there's Yusuf Nurkic. And it's Jones in at the shooting guard position. Now, here's Richardson. 5 on the clock. Over Jones. Richardson, no luck.
Credit to D for not giving up on that play. He's a tough cover down low.
And it's Hollis Jefferson with the jam.
That's how to make things look easy for a teammate. I mean, you make passes like that one from Lillard, crazy.
Here's Doncic. Hollis Jefferson with the rebound. 3-pointer, Lillard. The Trailblazers with a new shot clock. Fires for 3. Kept alive. Here's Nurkic. And at last, they get one to fall.
And good luck trying to keep Nurkic off the glass. I mean, using his brute strength well on the offensive boards.
Richardson outside and stolen by Lillard. Lets it go from deep. Giles kicks to Nurkic. Nobody near Lillard. And it's Lillard again missing.
He's forcing things a little bit in this quarter, settling for shots that he'd be better off passing up.
The putback, it's good on the putback.
Oh, man, the relentless pursuit of the basketball by Cauley Stein. Just a tremendous hustler on the offensive glass.
Lillard against Doncic. Jones, the pass to Lillard. Here's Giles. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up.
And hitting the mid-range jumper here early gives the defense just another thing to think about.
Well, that's something that they scouted him coming into tonight. They know he can make this shot. That's a poor effort defensively.
So it's the Mavericks now. The Blazers getting the bucket. Steps back and fires. And that's out of bounds. Dallas will retain possession. If you're just tuning in, we've played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Here's Porzingis. And Jones pulls it down. Trailblazers leading by 4. Craig, who are your favorite players to watch in the NBA?
Boy, that's a tough one. You gotta like the guys that have changed the game in some regards, right? Steph, KD, and Giannis. Those are 3 guys that are just doing things that don't seem normal.
True.
Then others who remind you of past greatness. Jason Tatum with Kobe, or maybe an Anthony Davis with the team. And those are guys that I love. And then the other guy, listen, LeBron James. I could watch him play basketball every day. To do what he's done at this stage of his career, I just think it's incredible. And I think our game is in great shape.
Agree on all counts.
Well, he has to work harder to get a good high percentage look. I mean, he's been taking some bad shots out there.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
It's his first trip to the line.
And last year, excellent at the free throw line, just a shade under 90%.
Wow, the toughness and the edge Nurkic provides, it's awesome. The physical big man, he makes an impact on both ends of the floor.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Collins checked in for Harry Giles. Anthony comes in for Hollis Jefferson. Norman Powell's checked in for Jones. And it's C.J. McCollum in for Lillard. Powell tips it back in.
Oh, how about the finesse there? Nice little gentle touch on the board.
And when you have that gentle touch, those tip-ins are easy to come by. Now here's McCollum. Pass to Powell. 5 to shoot. Portland needs to get off a shot. Nurkic. It's rebounded by Dallas.
Playing him tough inside and preventing the layup, that'll get the whole team pumped up.
Powell kicks to Redick. From deep. Here's Hardaway. Lays it up off the glass.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
Trailblazers leading by 5. 30 seconds left to play in the first. Here's Powell. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Now here's Brunson. No points in the game yet for him. Hardaway for 3. Powell pulls it in. And here we go. McCollum's got it. The fast break chance. And the rejection by Marjanovic. And a deep 3 from Redick. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And so the first quarter is in the books. Trailblazers. And before the game, we ran into Damian Lillard, who touched upon.
What we've learned is staying together.
And Greg, of course, he helps keep everyone on the same page.
He communicates well with his teammates, and he listens. That's why they trust him. The discussions go both ways.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And from Portland, guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
Yeah, they really got after it. I mean, they made life extremely difficult for the shooters, which is why they hold this lead.
On the court for Dallas here in the second, we've got Hardaway. Marjanovic is out there with Dwight Powell. Then it's Jalen Brunson. And it's Redick in at the 2 guard. Now here is Hardaway. His three-pointers off the mark. Powell for 3. Sinks the three-pointer. Powell's got the lead up to 10 now for the Trailblazers.
They've settled into a nice groove offensively here in the second.
Redick passes to Powell. Back to Redick. To the middle. Powell finds Marjanovic. And that one's off. He misses his first shot of the game. Trailblazers leading by 10. Cullen passes to Powell. Back to McCollum. Takes the 3. No good that time. And the Mavericks going the other way now. And the wide open shot from Redick. They get it back. Now Brunson. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Just 4 to shoot. Marjanovic kicks to Redick. From outside, off the mark.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
Yeah, he just hit a rough patch. He's trying to climb out of it, but he hasn't been successful.
Now here's McCollum. There's the pass to Powell. Can't hit from 12.
Oh, their movement is good, and they get the ball into the right hand. Now, usually he drops those in between jumpers.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, we know that for years the NBA has thought about a postseason play-in tournament to get more teams and fans involved. Last year's pandemic stoppage basically necessitated its implementation. For the NBA, the disruption of business as usual enabled innovation and risk-taking. I don't want to be too hoity-toity, but it was Albert Einstein who once said, "In the midst of every crisis lies great opportunity." Guys, back to you.
You're right. Thank you, David.
And he has lost all confidence out there. Still not a single field goal made in the game.
And here's Brunson. He'll bring it up for the Mavericks. Still looking for their first basket since the first quarter.
You know, he might want to think about deferring for a while. He's had his chances this quarter, but just not able to convert.
And the basket by McCollum.
Bringing that three-point percentage up quite a bit this quarter, shooting it well. The lead's going to get a little bit bigger if they can keep this up.
Now here's Redick. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
And here's McCollum for 3. Score the basket, his third after 5 shots.
He's finally coming around, trying to make up for that goose egg he put up in the first quarter.
Hardaway for 3. Hits the three-point bomb. Hardaway has got 5 now.
And in getting that 3 to go, he snaps an 11-0 run by Portland.
Powell finds Canner. Powell with it. McCollum passes to Canner. The high post shot, and he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. Cantor's got his first points in this one.
Talk about execution on the offensive end. They're leaving nothing on the table right now.
Absolutely relentless. They're in the flow and riding that wave for as long as they can.
Here's Powell. The Mavericks making the shot. Back to McCollum. Pass to Anthony. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. And the Trailblazers lead by 17. Dallas has gone 1 of 6 from three-point land in the second quarter. Less than 20%, but they've continued to let them fly. No one near Marjanovic as he lets it go. Again, the Mavericks score. Trailblazers leading by 15. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Powell kicks to Cantor. And here's McCollum for 3. Missed the shot. He's made 3 and missed 3 from the field. Brunson with it. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. The shot by Reddick, no good. Gets it off. He can't get that one to fall. And so we wrap up the first. Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K. Portland was looking great right away. Dame Lillard, a player who's improved every... And that's a wrap with the third quarter approaching.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. C.J. McCollum really making a difference here.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
This game has his fingerprints all over it. Now looking to replicate what he did in the first half.
Collins is out there with Anthony. Then there's Norman Powell. Then it's Enes Kanter. And it's McCollum in at the point guard position. That's the group in the game for the Trailblazers.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Flattening the lottery odds, Greg. Do you think that's worked out as intended?
You don't hear as many predictions about who's going to get the 1 pick or the 2nd pick. I think that's good for the players and the fans. You don't want anyone rooting for you to lose.
No, absolutely not. Portland leading by 14. Pass to Powell. About 1 minute played here in the second half. To the paint. Kanter kicks to McCollum. Outside Anthony. Back to McCollum. The 3. Again, McCollum missing. Mavericks trail by 14. In the corner, it's Richardson. Down low. It's tipped. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Collins.
Yeah, gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
Appreciate the effort, though, making his presence felt defensively.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. Now, here's Doncic. Inside. Here's Porzingis, and it goes down 2 points.
He's so aggressive at that end of the floor, and that's a quality all great scorers have.
Now, here's Lillard. Beyond the arc. Cauley Stein grabs the board.
It's still early, but a 1-for-4 start to the half, that's a bad sign if you ask me. If they've got a can't-miss play, now's the time to break the glass and pull it out. They're on target from the start of the half. I mean, they're moving well. They're getting some good shots. That makes them 3 for 4 from the field since halftime.
Here's Lillard, following the score by Josh Richardson. Lillard attacking. The shot's good. Lillard's got 5 points so far.
Lillard is phenomenal at penetrating to the bucket. With his speed, athleticism, difficult to slow down.
From deep three-point range. Rebound by the Trailblazers. They led by as many as 18 points.
He has shot them in the foot with his inability to make shots tonight.
And that one drops for him.
Man, can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
And here is Doncic from deep. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Nurkic has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Yeah, and I have too, which is why they're okay with it. I'm sure if he gets that kind of look again, he's going to let it fly again.
The putback. Porzingis with the rebound. Mavericks trail by 14. To the inside. The shot by Cauley Stein, no good. The Trailblazers have gone a lackluster 3 of 9 from the field since halftime. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Luka Doncic. That's his first foul. Third quarter action, and just under 3.5 minutes have gone. Here's Giles, guarded by Porzingis. Jones, the pass to Lillard. And that comes off the assist by Jones. Lillard's got 5 points now this quarter.
With his ability to accelerate, defenders have to be careful against Lillard. It's either give him the three or risk the blow-by.
Dallas again missing. Portland leading by 17. Fires the three. Good on the three-point shot. 11 points in the game.
Once he turned it on, he became a force in this game. Not sure where this guy was in the first half.
No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
He's shown great patience tonight. I mean, he went through a scoreless first half, but didn't get down on himself. I mean, now he's got it going.
For Portland, they have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line.
And when you look at their numbers from a season ago, 80% as a unit, that's something you'll be happy with.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Enes Kanter's checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Zach Collins comes in for Harry Giles. Carmelo Anthony's checked in for Rondé Hollis-Jefferson. And it's Powell in for Derek Jones. For Portland, they've gone just a bit under 50% from the field since halftime, 5 out of 11. Passes it to Powell. Shoots the three. Hits it from three-point range. Powell's got 8 points.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
Let's talk about the great competition going on. That's what makes a matchup like this so much fun to watch.
Now, here's Redick. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Out left to the wing. Hardaway passes to Redick. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Hardaway. Redick's got 6 points in the quarter.
Rise and fire. That's off the Redick's mindset, and you see why in this thing.
And as we end the third. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he's always been the favorite to bag this honor. These kind of feeds are his bread and butter.
Control the pace. Get it to the right guy at the right time. These requirements top the list if you're a good point guard.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the fourth quarter. On the court for the Mavericks. Hardaway is out there with Powell. Then it's Jalen Brunson. Then there's J.J. Redick. And it's Marjanovic in at the 5.
Well, that's almost a sure thing when you leave him that wide open on the perimeter. I mean, that's his sweet spot.
Back to McCollum. He kicks it to Kanter. Tips it.
Hard work on the boards. A lot of competition for that one. But he's got the limp to be the first one, too.
Here's Powell. Now the pass to Marjanovic. Back to Powell. Brunson against McCollum. They get it again. Throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a three-point play. That's on Enes Kanter.
And that's a huge play. I mean, they need more like it because second chance points are going to be key in this game.
Probably so. That's usually a crucial element to any comeback. Now here's Powell. He dishes it to McCollum. Rocket 6. Up again, and Kanter able to finish.
Now, that's the staple of Kanter's game. This guy has a knack for knowing how to come up with offensive boards.
Final quarter here, and we're just over a minute and a half through it. Redick for 3, and Kanter pulls it down. Kanter's got 6 rebounds here tonight.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And Redick kicks to Brunson. Pass to Marjanovic. And Marjanovic with the slam.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
They needed that, and I love that he just didn't settle for the lay-in.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. Richardson against Jones. Back to Lillard. There's the three. Nurkic, great positioning on the putback. And the Trailblazers lead by 12.
Playing with such physicality on the offensive glass. I mean, Nurkic awesome at slamming misses in.
And here's Doncic from the arc. The long distance three is buried. Doncic has got 9 points now in just the second half. Here's Lillard. Pass to Hollis Jefferson. Back to Lillard. He lobs up the alley-oop pass. Oh, and the dunk by Jones.
Chemistry at its best. An unreal alley-oop.
You're right. The pass, the catch, the dunk. All of it perfect. Now, here's Doncic. Richardson dishes to Doncic. From deep three-point range, another three for Dallas.
An average shooter from deep, it's important that Doncic continues to work on this part of his game.
Three-pointer, Lillard sinks the triple.
Whoa, he really got his defender on his heels on that one. What a fantastic play, guys.
From deep. That doesn't go either for Doncic. They can take their time on this possession.
It wouldn't be a bad idea. Just give themselves a little bit of a break.
Passes to Nurkic. Now Lillard. From deep three-point range, Cauley Stein grabs the board. Mavericks trail by 11. From deep. And it's Doncic missing. 56 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
And it looks like just playing the last bit of this one out in what should be a nice win here for Portland.
Their hard work on the glass paid off.
I tell you what, they're both excellent rebounding teams, and it was a tough battle underneath all game. And I think ultimately that earned the W.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Damian Lillard.
A big part of their success was his ability to keep the ball moving, finding guys when they would flash open.
Portland with the ball, following the score by Dallas. Nailed from three-point land.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
Well, this is what guys play for, and when it pans out like this, it's a great feeling.
Seems like everyone's taking long threes these days, but Doncic has natural power in those legs, generates range with ease.
Took the opportunity when he saw it. And the Trailblazers lead by 14.
They made the most of their opportunities, looking comfortable and locked in throughout the night.
Now, that's why they're in the driver's seat right now, looking to put this one away.
Always better to be lucky than good when it comes to offensive rebound. And unless you're as good as he is, then those tip-ins are all about skill. And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
And here's Doncic from the arc. Cans it from downtown.
And it just seems when Doncic turns it on, it's a sight to see. Incredible.
All right, David, thank you. And that about wraps it up for
You
To you today from Portland, Oregon. And we've got
Kevin, thanks.
He stays working and stays true. David, thank you. And the Clippers starting five. They've got Jackson. Batuma's out there with Ibaka. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's George in at the two-guard position. And for the Trailblazers, Jones is out there with Damian Lillard. Then there's Yusuf Nurkic. Then it's Rondé Hollis-Jefferson. And it's Covington in at the small forward. Now here's Covington. Here's Jones. Nurkic trying to get open. Jones, no luck.
Boy, in that close, he's almost automatic. But boy, that's pretty good defense. Wow.
And Leonard gets it to go. Indoors tonight, two experienced teams will be battling.
Well, what you come to expect with experienced rosters are excellent defensive rotations, game plan discipline. These guys know how to play the game. So let's see how this plays out.
Now George, after the missed three from Damian Lillard. And it's out of bounds. The Clippers able to retain possession here. To the paint. Covington with the steal. And here's the fast break. And it's Hollis-Jefferson with the jam.
We are talking about length and activity of Mr. Robert Covington. You want to know why coaches love his defensive presence? It's right there for you.
Now here is George. There's the lob to the hoop. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Nobody near Lillard. Offline with his three. Here's Los Angeles now.
Indoors with Rondé Hollis-Jefferson, it's more than just stats. The guy is just so active when he's on the floor.
That's right, Greg. It's the hustle and the movement he plays with that are really the strengths. Only 6'6", but it feels like he can play above that size. Great energy guy to bring off the bench. And if you need him because of injuries or fill-in spots, he can start and be productive.
Here's Lillard. Paul George making his last shot. The putback, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And this is where Nurkic gets a lot of his points, staying active even after the shot goes up.
Passes it to Leonard. Lobs it up for Ibaka, and Ibaka slams it in.
Well, just terrific timing from the power forward Serge Ibaka. He is a sensational leaper.
Jackson against Lillard. Over Jackson. Lillard again missing.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
And it's George missing.
Well, that's a blown defensive coverage, but it doesn't matter. He cannot answer the bell.
And it's Lillard again missing.
Boy, a tough go for him in this quarter. You can see how desperately he wants to get things started. He just can't make a shot.
And Ibaka slams it in.
Well, Serge is a smart player on the offensive end, and he recognizes anytime he's got an opportunity to shoot the basketball.
Jones finds Lillard from outside the arc. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. The shot by George, wide open. And they come right back with their own three-pointer.
Well, Paul George says, I can answer with my own big-time three-point shot. Go to work, PG.
Lillard outside. Oh, he's going up for the alley-oop here, and Jones slams it in.
Oh, such a beautiful pass to set that one up.
Yeah, the pass might have been pretty, but the finish was angry. Now here's Jackson, still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him.
Man, he's having quite the quarter, converting at a really high percentage.
Jones against George. Three-pointer, Lillard. Rebound by the Clippers.
I'll tell you, it feels all night like this guy's been forcing shots, rushing shots. He's really struggling on the offensive end.
And it's the Trailblazers on the break. And finished off by Nurkic.
You know, often we think of Dame as a scorer first, but they're reminding us of his great ability to pass the rock.
Now here's Jackson. The pass to Leonard. Back to Jackson. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. Lobs it up for Ibaka. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Three-pointer, Lillard. Offensive rebound. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Now here's Leonard. Covered by Hollis-Jefferson. Lets the three fly. That shot off. Paul George, he's been the guy making things happen for the LA Clippers. And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen so far from the Clippers, guys. What are your thoughts?
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Boy, it's been a really pretty thing to watch, executing their game plan to perfection.
Ennis Cantor is out there with Collins. Then there's Norman Powell. Then there's C.J. McCollum. And it's Anthony in at the small forward. That's the group on the floor for Portland. And it's Paul George with the foul. That's his first foul. The three from McCollum. The Trailblazers rebound.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
And George with the stuff.
Well, that's about timing and precision and knowing for Paul George how to use that leaping ability to get that alley-oop.
Powell kicks to McCollum. Outside Anthony. Pass to Collins. Batum with the steal. And pushing it up. Here's the Clippers. Leonard's got the ball.
Well, speed, intelligence, touch. Kawhi Leonard has it all.
Trailblazers trail by 5. McCollum outside. Pass to Powell. Feeds to Collins. And finished off by Collins.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Well, credit him for going for it, not settling, saying, I'm going to attack.
Here's George. The Blazers getting the bucket. Here's Leonard, and Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
There's a real knack for understanding when a guy is uncovered, and Paul George's court awareness on display right there. Beautiful.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers. McCollum with the bounce pass. Lets it go. And McCollum with the slam.
Good to see a player going all out when the game's this tight.
You know, G.A., he knows what his job is. Patrol the offensive glass.
And that's so demoralizing to your opponent. To play great defense and have the possession end that way, that's tough to take.
Here's Kennard following the basket by C.J. McCollum. And it's the Trailblazers on the break. Anthony nowhere around. Hits the jumper in space. Now just a 1-point Los Angeles lead.
Well, if you let Melo get his feet set, turn the lights off.
Passes it to Zubats. Back to Beverly. Down low. Here's Morris. Back to Beverly. 4 on the shot clock. Another shot. Rebound by the Trailblazers.
Boy, surprised he missed that. The defense just good enough to prevent that bucket.
Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. All going up court. Finished off the break. Mann's got his first points of the game. Today, Greg, we see a lot more friendly rivals. Does that bother you?
Not at all. I mean, people like to say, well, our era had the rivalries were more bitter. I disagree with that. I think guys are every bit as competitive today as they've ever been.
It's good to hear.
They just also have more exposure and opportunity to be around one another. Kids today growing up, they've been playing against each other since the 5th, 6th grade in national tournaments. When we played, we didn't get to see the other top players around the country. So I think that was one reason why you didn't have a closeness with guys that unless you were on the same team.
Here's Kennard following the basket by C.J. McCollum. Clock is at 3. And here's Morris for 3. Powell pulls it in.
And even with good coverage defensively that time, he has confidence to drill the 3. I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
So it's Portland now after the basket by Los Angeles. The pass to Powell. 3-pointer. It's good from long range. Powell's got it all tied up now for the Trailblazers.
Absolutely critical that Norman Powell expand his range. The more he makes that 3, the more the floor opens up.
34 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Here's Kennard. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force them to the line.
Los Angeles shooting their first free throws of the game.
And look back a season ago. They did a solid job at the line. About 79% of their free throws.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. Now, here's Lillard. 17 seconds left in the first half. Kicks it out to Jones. Back to Lillard. And the rejection by Zubats. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. And now let's revisit that exceptional Mobile 1 block.
The defensive awareness, the timing, when you have to face a defender that can reject you like that, it can alter your approach.
Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, and welcome back to an outstanding first quarter for Paul George. He had 10 points, and you think about how...
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. Without question, George displaying his skills today.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
I think they've taken their time. They've showed incredible patience. It's a sign of a well-coached ball club.
Checking out the group for Tyronn Lue to start the second half. They've got Paul George. Batuma's out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Ibaka, and it's Jackson in at the point guard position.
And for someone who spends most of his time on the perimeter, Lillard's a terrific finisher inside. His moves to the basket aren't tentative. They are strong.
Here's Jones. Leonard with the steal. And now here's George, the fast break opportunity. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. George has got 13 points.
This guy is cooking right now. He is leading them on the offensive end as they remain in front here.
And Kawhi Leonard, one of the league's most dominant rebounders, Doris, from the wing position.
Board man gets paid. That was his motto from back in high school and college. It's all about hard work and earning your keep, according to Kawhi.
Inside, Covington with the steal. And now Lillard running the floor all by...
Oh, that was worth the price of admission.
We know this about Robert Covington. He is a team man first and foremost. Pretty pass.
On the wing, Jackson, covered by Lillard. Jackson against Lillard. On the wing, George. 13 points in the game. Set it up with the fake, but it's offline. Trailblazers leading by 3. Coach is liking what he's seeing from his offense.
And guys, they put the defense on the defensive.
Six to shoot. Covington finds Lillard. Back to Covington. Over George. It's hauled in by George.
They tried to stay perfect in the half, but 3 for 4 now.
Covington against Leonard. And contact. And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Greg, I think of you in a New York Knicks uniform, legendary arena you played in. What was that experience like?
Kevin, intense. I remember the first time I suited up in a preseason game. We played the Dallas Mavericks. Both teams went up and down the court 3 times and nobody scored, and the fans started booing. And that's when I knew this is a little bit different. You better bring your A game.
And thicker skin, correct?
That too, yeah. And fortunately, there was no social media or internet back then. Goodness gracious.
Zubac against Nurkic. Zubac the pass to Beverly. Back to Zubac. From down in the low post, it goes.
Well, I'll tell you this, if the defense collapses, if it makes a mistake momentarily, Beverly has the kind of basketball IQ to take advantage.
Lillard dishes to Jones. Launches a three. And it's Lillard missing.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
Want easy looks? Don't allow the defense to set up.
What a beautiful fast break opportunity, and the finish pretty good.
Covington passes to Lillard. Leonard with the steal. Here we go, one-on-one. Rebounded by Covington. And so it's Covington who brings up the ball for the Portland Trail Blazers. They trail by one. And Portland turns it over again.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. Mann's checked in. Beverly up top. He's guarded by McCollum. Shot clock at 5. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And we know Patrick Beverly is one of those guys you love having him on your team. But if you're an opponent, you absolutely despise this guy's toughness and the way he embraces the defensive end of the floor. Patrick Beverly has dug it out of the dirt and created a great career.
Here's McCollum. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good. McCollum's got 6 points.
What a professional. McCollum's reliability on offense is such a gift to his team.
Beverly, the pass to Kennard. Back to Beverly. Powell against Kennard. And he lobs it up toward the rim. And the dunk by Zubac.
And you can see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates, Greg, with a terrific feel for each other. Goes up from the top of the key. Off on that one.
Wow, Patrick Beverly just so willing to close that airspace.
We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. Clippers lead by 3. From Portland. We're back in a moment. And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. Trailblazers trail by 3. McCollum is out there with Powell. Then it's Collins. Then it's Anthony. And it's Cantor in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's the group on the floor for Portland. And Cantor able to finish.
Elite offensive rebounder from the moment he stepped between the lines. And his Cantor, that is a strength of his game.
And Beverly kicks to Kennard. Back to Beverly. Kennard on the wing. Oh, Morris in position. Kennard finds Morris. Back to Kennard. Pass to Zubac. Now Kennard. Over McCollum. Offensive rebound. Morris. And foul on the shot. So he'll get a chance at the line. It goes on C.J. McCollum.
You see, you can't be too physical with Marcus Morris. This guy is so strong, and he's so good at drawing the foul.
And they're doing a better job of working themselves to the line here in the second half.
60 seconds off the clock here in the fourth. Out to Anthony. With some arc, Portland needs to get off a shot. Powell, no one around him. That doesn't go on the chance to tie. Los Angeles leading by 3. Beverly, the pass to Zubac. Hammers the alley-oop through.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there. McCollum against Beverly. Good work there as it goes.
Never seems to shy away from playing in attack mode. McCollum likes to keep the pressure on the D.
Kennard on the wing. Shoots over Powell. Another one falls for the Clippers.
and you can feel the excitement in the building. Both of these teams pouring it on.
There's been a bit of a flurry here late, and this game may come down to which side gets a stop or two.
So both teams making some changes here. Lillard against Jackson. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
But how about the persistence from Hollis Jefferson? He's keeping possessions alive with his activity.
On the wing, George. And again, the Clippers good for two.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Now Lillard fires from deep. Drills the three-pointer.
Such a clutch shooter. This guy lives for these kinds of moments and delivers.
Outside, George. Here's the three. And it's Portland with the rebound.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
Well, that's about court awareness. Hollis Jefferson playing very well within the confines of this offense.
Outside, George. From deep three-point range. George missing again.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
And it's Hollis Jefferson with the jam.
How about the quick decision-making? Hollis Jefferson knowing he has the full trust of his teammates to take and make these big-time shots.
Los Angeles calls timeout. They trail by 2. 1:44 left in the fourth quarter. And now, a moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game, Damian Lillard.
And he's played this entire game on his front foot, Kevin. I mean, driving the lane, going to the rim with purpose, and getting those points the hard way.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Enes Kanter's checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Carmelo Anthony comes in for Robert Covington. And it's Powell in for Derek Jones. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, during that last break, I heard Sharon Lewis, who talked with the team. He said, we're too concerned with their shooters right now. We've got to close off the inside. They are gutting us. We need it with his guys. Come on, let's take a stand. Kevin?
Clippers trail by 4. Powell with the steal. Lillard the pass to Powell. Back to Lillard. Just 5 on the clock. Lets it go with the 3. Can't hit that one. And the Clippers will come the other way. To the middle. Here's George. It's in! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
And that one sends the bench into a frenzy.
I'll tell you, these guys have worked so hard together. Everyone pulling in the same direction. Beautiful to watch.
Shot, high post. A putback. And Kanter able to finish. Kanter's got the lead up to 4 now for Portland.
Boy, Enes Kanter's willingness to be the guy to take over in a critical stretch, so impressive.
George dishes to Ibaka. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Kanter. Stolen by Kanter. And the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. That's his first foul.
That's right. No other option but to foul and hope for some misses.
Gets the first, and that puts them up by 5.
Wearing the number 0 for a reason. Damian Lillard has it on his back for his city, Oakland. Just the latest star from the town. And you can wrap this one up. Great job to stay cool at the line and finish it off.
You can see Paul George is locked in right now. Big-time shots demonstrate his elite level in the NBA.
And now they foul and stop the clock.
You have to foul, but I'm sure they would have liked to foul someone different.
And so he drops them both. It's a 5-point game. So the Trailblazers win it. Bravo. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll wrap it. And the starting lineups have concluded. So, hi, thanks for tuning in to 2K. Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. Nurkic is out there with Robert Covington. Then it's Rondé Hollis-Jefferson. Then it's Damian Lillard. And it's Jones in at the shooting guard. And for the Nuggets, Millsap and Jokic, the big men. Michael Porter's out there with Jamal Murray. And it's Gordon in at the small forward. Now, here's Nurkic. Jones, the pass to Nurkic, and out of bounds as the Nuggets gain possession. Murray with it. And instead of just swinging the ball around the perimeter, Clark, both these teams like to run offense through the post.
And I love that, Kevin. We don't see it very often, but you're right. Both of these teams emphatic about getting the ball inside, putting pressure on the defense by driving it inside or passing it into the post. And it allows both of them to play a very high-quality inside-out game.
And so the Denver Nuggets get the first points on the ball game. That one from long range.
Awesome form on the triple. Lillard with textbook technique.
Pass to Jokic. First quarter, just over a minute played. That doesn't fall. Can't drop his first shot. Jones, the pass to Covington. And that comes off the assist by Jones.
Oh, Covington really is fantastic at getting his arms high in the air when he's attempting a shot inside. Really gives the defense no chance to catch up to it or get to it.
Now here's Murray. Pass to Jokic. And good, as it just snugs right down through the net.
And hitting the mid-range jumper here early gives the defense just another thing to think about.
Well, they better be thinking about him. I mean, we know how dangerous he is.
Here's Lillard. Back to Nurkic. Lillard outside. Just 5 to shoot. Millsap with the steal. Gordon, the pass to Millsap. It's stolen by Jones. Back to Hollis Jefferson. Jones dishes to Covington. Jones with now defended by Jokic. Here's Gordon. Damian Lillard pulls it in. And here's Lillard. He brings it up for the Trailblazers.
A self-described country boy from the town of Sombor, Serbia. Jokic grew up racing horses, no less.
Boy, those are some nice factoids, Greg. Well done. From stable boy and jockey, but as he grew, basketball made the most sense. And to this day, he still loves horses and actually still has a few back in Serbia.
Murray finds Millsap, and Covington sends it back. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Nuggets will retain possession, so Portland ends up going with the new group. So it's Denver now. They trail by 3. Now here's Murray. Back to Jokic. Fires the 3. Bangs home the trifecta. Jokic has got 5 now.
Jokic has such nice instincts for a big guy. Knows exactly when to shoot off the catch.
And the pass to Powell. Launches it. Denver grabs the miss.
And, you know, even though that shot didn't go down, I like how they got him a wide open look in space there.
So they take the lead. He's got 7.
You know, so far he's been dominant this period, making the most of his opportunities.
Here's McCollum. Following the basket by Jokic. It's Powell on the wing. From deep. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum.
And we talk about court awareness. There, McCollum doing a beautiful job spotting the open man.
Now here's Porter. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Count that bucket.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Here's Powell. Cullen passes to Cantor. Millsap with the steal. And here's the fast break. Porter leading the way. Powell with the steal. And now McCollum running the floor all by himself. And finished off by Collins. We've seen the lead change hands quite a bit in this one.
And guys, I think each team knows they can win this game. Just a matter who can catch that momentum.
Now, here's Jokic. 7 points in the game.
Guys, I tell you what, feels like everything is coming easy to him. Just taking what he sees and capitalizing.
There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. Pass to Collins. McCollum deciding where to go with it. No good with the triple. And it's Murray penetrating. And the shot goes down.
No answer for Murray from the defense so far. Absolutely ferocious at taking it inside.
A 3 from McCollum. No good on that one. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Nuggets. Damian Lillard told us before the game when asked how he stayed.
Humble beginnings. You know, I'm from.
Well, some of the best stories in our league are about guys who struggled to get to where they are today.
And I really hope the young guys out there are listening to this. You don't have to be a 5-star prospect to achieve your dreams.
And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And when you consider how Denver is doing, guys, what are your thoughts?
Well, you can see these guys are unafraid to take chances defensively.
Well, you know, the defense, guys, is just disruptive, active, and energetic, and you can't afford to be loose with the ball against these guys.
Here are the 5 Portland has to start the second quarter. Norman Powell is out there with C.J. McCollum. Then it's Collins. Then it's Enes Kanter. And it's Anthony in at the small forward position. Here's Morris. The Blazers getting the bucket. There's the dish to Barton. Pass to Dozier. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. Trailblazers trail by 3. McCollum outside. The tray. That shot misses. Now the Nuggets take it the other way. And pushing it up. Here's Denver. Here's McGee. Out to Morris. Back to McGee. Second chance shot. And Cancer pulls it down. And so it's McCollum. He'll bring it up for Portland. Deep 2 from Anthony. Offensive rebound. And Cancer able to finish.
And usually amongst the leaders in their offensive rebound rate, Cantor gives your team found points off misses.
Now here's Barton. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Back to Morris. Dishes it to Barton. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Greg, we have a league of many great playmakers, don't we?
Oh, there's no doubt about it. LeBron James is obvious. You know, he played point guard technically for the first time last season, but he's always been a floor general. You look at a young man like Ja Morant, and he's been on the attack since day one when he hit the league. And there's so many more of those guys that are having an impact, understanding the value of that lead guard position. It is fun to watch.
It is so fun to watch. I agree. Yep, that one goes in there. Lillard's got 5 now.
And part of what makes Dame special, he can pour it in working off the ball. Rare to see a point guard who finds points without the rock in their hands.
For the Trailblazers. Now, here is Morris. Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. That one goes in.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Passes to Pop. Now, here's Cantor. Feeds to Collins. And foul on the shot. And, folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And Portland has possession after the Nuggets pick up 2. Here's Dozier. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. And here's Morris for 3. That's tipped. Trailblazers trail by 5. And it's Monte Morris with the foul. That's his first foul. Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. Lillard outside. Kicks it out to Jones. Back to Lillard. Inside. Outside, Jones. Good on the triple. Jones has got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
And they've got to talk to each other on D there. Miscommunication, and now he's able to make them pay.
And it's Murray penetrating.
Oh, I like the athleticism of Murray. Just taking off towards the rim for the jam.
And stolen by Murray. There's 31 seconds left in the first half of the game. This one for 3. Up and in for the basket. Number 4. That makes him 4 for 5 now.
just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
The shot by Lillard, wide open. Tried to come right back with the three of his own, but it's no good. Here's Porter. And the rebound by Nurkic.
Boy, that's got to be terribly frustrating there. I mean, with the defense not hustling, and he still misses. Boy, he wishes he had that one back.
And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Gordon. Three-pointer, Lillard. And it's in. Oh, wow, he nails the buzzer. And that's it for the first half of action in what's been a very close game here.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Treating a pretty close game for the Nuggets throughout the first quarter. The period came to a close with them hoping. And that should...
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. It's been one outstanding game from Jamal Murray.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
And you know what? It helped that they had a few guys with very hot hands on the perimeter, too.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now. Brought to you by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. So out there for the Nuggets right now, Millsap and Jokic, the big men. Murray out there with Michael Porter. And it's Gordon in at the three. Got that one up quick. Jones has got the first points of the third quarter up on the board for the Trailblazers. And here is Murray. He's got 9. And it's Murray with the jam.
Just the kind of play they need in a game this close.
You know, that's the kind of aggression they want from their floor leader.
And it just forces the defense to pay more attention to him, guys, which we know can open up things for others.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's on Damian Lillard.
And, you know, the herky-jerky moves of Jokic are hard to prepare for or guard against. I mean, he uses them well to get these calls.
So he gets them both.
And drafted with the 41st pick back in 2014. How about this, Jokic, the definition of a sleeper pick. He was actually asleep when the Nuggets drafted him.
The story goes on that his brother called him up trying to congratulate him, and Nico hung up in his face. How about that? Didn't hear the news until the next morning. He certainly has a different way of going about things, but there's no denying he's got a lot of game, and it's fun to watch.
Here's Lillard following the basket by Jokic. And it's Jokic with the rebound. And the call will be against Jusuf Nurkic. That is his first foul of the game. The Nuggets leading by 7. Just over a minute and a half played here in the third. Jokic kicks to Murray. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. And so it's Covington who brings up the ball for the Portland Trailblazers. And it's out of bounds. The Trailblazers able to retain possession here. Lillard against Murray. Jones for 3.
And they're 1 of 4 here to start the second half.
That's excellent defense right there on the perimeter.
And Murray, here we go. And it's Murray with the jam.
Boy, I like how Gordon dishes the ball. When his teammates are open, he finds them on time and on target.
So timeout called here, the first for Portland.
Well, I tell you what, we've all heard the stories of Jamal Murray's training routine growing up in Canada, like something out of a movie. Push-ups in the snow, dribbling on ice, deep knee bends with a cup of hot tea on his thigh. A little bit unconventional, but hey, it certainly got him to where he is now, so I would say it worked.
Well, he had 1 3-pointer in the first half, but so far in the second, he's come up with goose eggs.
And Damian Lillard with the jam.
Boy, I love watching Lillard turn on the Jets using that astounding speed to blaze past the defenders.
Murray, the pass to Jokic. Back to Murray. Jokic with it. Here's Gordon, and it's Gordon finishing it off.
Look at Gordon knife through that defense, getting ahead of steam on his way to the basket and flushing that dunk home.
And Clark, it was Jamal Murray's father who's the mastermind behind those unconventional training methods. His son, though, never begged off, never wavered in his commitment.
Tell you what, Greg, it clearly would lead you to believe that both of them were crazy, and yet they had a shared obsession and a commitment, and it's paid off.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Damian Lillard. That's foul number 2 for him. We've got 1:55 left to play here in the third. To the paint. Here's Dozier. Morris kicks to Barton. Shot clock at 6. Top of the key. Misses off the right iron.
He's got to be disappointed with himself on that one. He has got to knock those down.
Up again. And staying with the play, Anthony. Anthony's got his first basket.
They continue to be outworked and outmuscled on the backboard.
Guys, it is not that complicated. When a shot goes up, hit and go get. That means hit your man and then go get the ball.
Green dishes to Barton. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
You know, one of the things that's fun to watch, guys, is the evolution of a player. And Barton has really evolved into a solid player. Even though he was a second-round pick, he's come a long way.
All free throws good from Barton. 1:11 left here in the third quarter. Morris against McCollum. The pass to Powell. There's the triple. And it's Denver with the rebound. He lobs it up. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Here's Dozier. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. Dozier's got the lead up to 9 now for the Nuggets. McCollum against Morris. McCollum kicks to Cantor. Green with the rebound. Here's Denver now. They're on a 14-6 run. Dozier. Off target from outside. Trailblazers trail by 9. Here's McCollum. And there's the call by the official. They'll count the basket here following the goaltending call.
That's a very close call. I'm sure he thinks it's a clean block, but looks like it was on the way down.
McCollum against Morris. He dishes it to Green. With 2 seconds left. That one misses. And so it's the Denver Nuggets bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. Trailblazers trail by 7. On the court right now for the Trailblazers. C.J. McCollum out there with Powell. Then it's Enes Kanter. Then it's Anthony. And it's Collins in at the 4 spot. The Nuggets shooting at 52% from the field. They're clicking. Here's Dozier. Covered by Anthony. Dozier passes to Morris. Down low. And it's Portland with the rebound. Cantor's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Lets it go from the wing. Green with the rebound. The Nuggets leading by 7. It's Barton with the drive. Shoots over Powell. Here's McGee. Crafty move. It's not going to go for him. And it's Portland the other way. Guys, they're looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively. For sure.
And he comes up with the deuce.
And great ball movement from CJ. That's the unselfish play you want from your guards.
Morris dishes to McGee. Morris looking over the floor. And the rejection by Collins. 6 on the shot clock. Dozier passes to McGee. The layup missed.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
The Nuggets have gotten off to a rough start in the fourth quarter, going 0 for 4 so far. Morris, no good.
You know what? They're winning, though, despite the fact that he has just been really off. You're not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. Such a wide open look.
You won't find too many players with a better understanding of the pick and roll than Lillard. He runs that set to a T.
And Murray, here we go. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Robert Covington picks one up.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
It is. I mean, no reason to back off and give him the layup. I mean, much better off making him go to the line.
And they're doing a better job of working themselves to the line here in the second half.
That's exactly how you do it. Defender pressing up on you, you press right back.
Lillard against Murray. Lillard attacking, and Damian Lillard with the jam.
And for a point guard, Lillard has some hops. Outstanding at knowing when to use them for the dunk.
And Lillard is going to pick up the foul. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Here's Murray. Gordon deciding where to go with it. Murray outside. That's good. And it's Millsap with the assists. And that's now 18 points for Jamal Murray.
Jamal Murray proving he's not afraid of the big moment. Big time shot there.
Lillard against Murray. Puts up a 3. And it's Lillard missing.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Murray finds Porter. Back to Murray. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
And the strength of Murray, finishing the shot off easily, even with the harm.
Let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Nuggets.
Boy, guys, I really like how they've driven the ball to the basket in this game. I mean, they've been very aggressive with it.
Yeah, and it doesn't hurt to be.
My goodness.
And no stopping Lillard. Excellent at staying in control no matter what the D throws at him.
Norman Powell's checked in for Jones. And so it's Murray with it. He brings it up for the Nuggets. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Jokic passes to Murray. Back to Jokic. A shake. And the layup is good. And the Nuggets lead by 7.
Well, you got to do more than that to stop Jokic. I mean, this guy is a master at converting through tough defense.
Lillard from outside. Rebound by the Nuggets.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
Porter against Powell. Outside Porter. The offensive rebound. Millsap kicks to Porter. For 3, Murray. The shot, no good. So the Trailblazers will take it the other way. Jacks up a 3. Got it. And now they trail by just 4.
This is what he's known for. When it's an important possession, Lillard knows how to come through.
He drops the first one, and that puts them up by 5. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 6-point ball game.
You know, important for him to come through at the line there because they want to expand that lead.
Outside Covington. He feeds it to Powell. 3-pointer Lillard. It counts. What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
Wow, look at the damage this young man is doing from deep. And there's another one.
And it's a big one. What a performance from long range. Remarkable.
And Lillard is going to pick up the foul. That'll be foul number 5 on him, and due to the bonus, we'll be headed to the free throw line. Good on the first, and that gives them a 4-point cushion.
And Murray has a full package. I mean, he's a deadly shooter and a surprisingly good penetrator, too. A terrific guard. And that makes it a 2-possession game now. Those could turn out to be vital free throws.
And they go to the intentional foul. First free throw is good, and that increases their lead to 6.
And, you know, guys, it's really obvious that Jokic wants to keep getting better. I mean, he's got a lot of tools, and I think the sky's the limit.
It's money from deep.
And all of a sudden, that three puts them in striking distance, guys. He's had that shot working all night.
You bet he has. I mean, working overtime. The triple's been his bread and butter in this ball game. Nothing but butter. Sweet butter.
And Portland making a change here. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 5-point game.
I think it's a wrap. When the game's on the line, he knows how to deliver the crushing blow.
Now a timeout called by Portland. They're trailing by 5. 3 seconds left in the fourth. Guys, your thoughts?
Trying to keep hope alive, but I don't see them making a comeback.
You know what? I'm sure crazier things have happened, or maybe not. It's a long shot, though.
And a wide open look for McCollum. Knocks down the trifecta.
And when it matters most, the coach has the confidence that McCollum will deliver.
So it's the Nuggets taking the W in a close one. David, thank you as always. And that's going to do it tonight, folks. For the Portland Trailblazers, we've got Damian Lillard. Giles is out there with Nurkic. Then it's Robert Covington, and it's Jones in at the shooting guard position. And for the Mavericks, Hardaway and Porzingis in at the forward slots. Doncic out there with Josh Richardson, and it's Cauley Stein in at the center position. Now here's Porzingis. The three-pointer, no good.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
And Cauley Stein throws it down.
Long arms and some quick hands that time. Some good awareness as Porzingis just kept moving.
Lillard, the pass to Covington. Here's Jones. Back to Covington. The pass to Lillard. And tonight, a battle between conference rivals. These teams, Brent, know each other very well.
Yeah, very few surprises for either opponent tonight in this game, Kevin. I think they actually send Christmas cards to one another. They know each other that well. Who is going to execute when it matters? That's going to be the difference.
Here's Doncic. The Blazers getting the bucket. Kicks it to Cauley Stein. Richardson outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. For the three. The rebound by Giles. Pass to Lillard. From deep. No good that time.
He's not the guy that you want to give a wide open look from three-point range. They're lucky that that one doesn't cost them.
And now Portland on the break. Jones is running. Takes a three. And that's good. Damian Lillard for three.
And those are the kind of shots that Lillard, when he gets in these hot streaks throughout the course of the season, gets more and more consistent with.
And here's Doncic from the arc. Portland grabs the miss.
And so far, the team just 1 of 5 and that rim shrinking.
And it was interesting how the Dallas franchise sold its fans on Doncic. Ownership told them, think of a 6'7" Steve Nash. Isn't quite the shooter Steve was, but is only a teenager. Great vision. Boy, he can really pass it. And it turns out Doncic is all of that and more. Oh, and a nice job of turning that miss into 2 points on the tip end.
Hustle points, I believe they call them. Hustle points right there. Back to Lillard. From deep three-point range, the Trailblazers rebound.
Well, a missed box out and an easy tip in, but it's because of the activity as the ball is going up, finding yourself in the right spot, just using some effort.
Now, here's Doncic. Three-pointer. Drains it from beyond the arc. And even Nash himself called Doncic a dream prospect.
Yeah, he said Luka was big and mobile enough in the modern game, can guard multiple positions, has a skill set, a winning mentality, and those leadership qualities. Steve Nash sounding like a future GM.
Yeah, one player sometimes can drag down your offense, and he seems to be an anchor here in this quarter.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench. If he keeps shooting it like that, he has been putrid here this quarter.
Cauley-Stein in great position to reject that shot.
And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. Doncic passes to Richardson. Back to Doncic. Richardson outside. 5 to shoot. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic.
Richardson's pretty consistent at draining that 3 ball. The D can't allow him to get too comfortable while he's camped out behind the arc.
Lillard fires away from way outside. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Here's Doncic. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. Here's Giles. And the rejection by Cauley-Stein. Richardson left side. Cauley-Stein with it. Now Covington defending. And it's Cauley-Stein. That time on the assist by Porzingis.
Well, a 7-footer that has a bit of moxie. Willie Cauley-Stein loves to play rough down low.
Doncic against Lillard. And good that time.
Damian doesn't need a lot of time to get a shot off and found some space there.
And the last shot before the buzzer is off. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. And taking a look at the Trailblazers' performance, what do you think they're doing or not doing?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
Yeah, they did a great job. Just the initial thrust of that attack as soon as they got the ball, constantly in transition.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. On the floor for Dallas, Dwight Powell is out there with Marjanovic. Then there's Trey Burke. Then there's J.J. Redick. And it's Finney Smith in at the small forward. And Redick kicks to Burke. Here's Powell, the second chance effort. Misses the layup. He had him with that pump fake.
A lot of defenders choose to just back up off of him when he's in that tight, try to avoid the and one, and this time they're not backing off.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Here's Burke after the made shot from Carmelo Anthony. Now Burke still looking for his first bucket in this one. Over McCollum. Marjanovic down low. He's against Cantor. And that one's good. Marjanovic.
That's excellent. Get the ball down deep inside and cash in on a simple basket.
McCollum outside. Pass to Powell. Passes it to Cantor from the arc. Powell pulls it in. Mavericks trail by 3. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That's on Enes Kanter. Greg, you and I talk about the big man, his role in the current NBA, and how they can possibly carry the standard for the great centers before them. You played with the great one in Patrick Ewing, so you have a great appreciation, I would think, for.
Oh, no doubt about it. And I think 2 guys kind of separated themselves a little bit. Nikola Jokic and Joel Embiid, I think, are the 2 guys that stand out for me because of their ability, in essence, to do everything well. They can shoot it. They pass it. They can shoot it from the free throw line. They give you rim protection. I'd throw Rudy Gobert up there as an elite center as well. Doesn't have the offensive impact that those guys have, but he does impact the game as well.
3 young, dynamic centers. Those are good names. McCollum kicks to Powell. Back to McCollum. To the inside. Collins dishes to Kanter. Whistle blows. Bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
Nice strength shown there by Enes Kanter, showing real muscle. Whenever the defense is trying to get physical with him, he has an answer.
Mavericks trail by 6. And here is Burke. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Here's Marjanovic. And Marjanovic with the slam.
That's going to be a big morale booster.
And you know what? It could come down to those second chance buckets when it's all said and done today.
Well, especially in a close game, every possession matters.
Kanter trying to free himself up. They get the rebound. Collins finds McCollum. Knocks down the 3 ball. McCollum's got the lead up to 7 now for Portland.
Just so good off the pass. McCollum set up and ready at all times.
And, you know, if you only look at the box score for Zach Collins, then you're missing the whole picture. He's a terrific defender.
I agree with you, GA. I think his scoring is going to come, but obviously they have potent guard play, and that's not much needed. What is needed is on the interior, him being active as a big man and defending around the rim. That is something that Zach Collins is capable of doing.
And here are the Trailblazers now. The Mavericks making the shot. 6 to shoot. Some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Collins passes to Anthony. Keeps it alive, and Kanter able to finish. Kanter's got 7 points in the game.
One of the game's very best offensive rebounders, Kanter also has the wherewithal to quickly convert for the score.
Burke kicks to Finney-Smith. Burke looking over the floor. The 3 ball. And Kanter pulls it down. Kanter's got 5 rebounds tonight and stolen by Burke. 13 feet away. Marjanovic, great positioning on the putback.
It took a little bit of time, but now he's taking the pen off the cap and putting his mark on this game.
1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Here's McCollum. He's got 5. He kicks to Powell. 5 on the clock. Shoots over Burke. Off target on the 15-footer.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the defense.
Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. Shaq is here. Kenny's here. You're watching me. Well, he's been an elite scorer for so long in the league. Shaq, how does Damian Lillard? That's all for now.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. You look at Boban Marjanovic, he's really playing well.
Yeah, and I don't know if anybody saw this offense coming from him, but it's been key for his team.
Yeah, and I'm not sure coming into this game he felt like he could dominate in the way he's doing so now. It's been phenomenal.
On the court for the Trailblazers, Robert Covington out there with Giles. Then it's Jones. Then it's Damian Lillard. And it's Nurkic in at the 5 slot. Now, here's Doncic. From deep. Rebound by Nurkic.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
Here's Covington. They lead by 8. That's the biggest of the game. Throws it up high. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Doncic finds Richardson. Off target from three-point range. And so it's Covington who brings up the ball for Portland. Here's Nurkic. There's the pass to Giles. And he can't extend the lead to double digits.
Looks like the game plan is they're willing to give him that kind of shot. It worked out for them this time, but if they give it to him again, I bet 3 points are coming.
And with good length and athleticism, Doncic not only gets to the rim, but boy, can he finish.
Lillard dishes to Nurkic. Pass to Giles. Over Porzingis. Here's Nurkic. Pass to Jones. It's Covington on the wing. Shot clock at 5. Lillard with it, and it's Richardson picking him up. The putback, it's good on the putback. Jones has got the lead up to 8 now for the Trailblazers.
Oh, smooth. Guys, very good job getting himself in close enough that he could just tip it back in.
Well said. Those kind of plays in the offensive glass can tell the story sometimes, can't they? Now here's Cauley Stein. Passes it to Hardaway. Doncic against Lillard. Doncic passes to Porzingis. Nails the 16-footer.
Oh, in between game for Porzingis. That one's on target.
Trailblazers leading by 6. Well, we're into the third quarter. Just over 2.5 minutes played. And Lillard kicks to Giles. With nobody on him, he buries the jumper. Giles has got his first bucket in this one.
Now that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
And the coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
An average shooter from deep, it's important that Doncic continues to work on this part of his game.
Portland's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Lillard against Doncic. The putback, he can't get that one, and the Mavericks going the other way now. In the corner, Hardaway with it. Off target with his 3. The Trailblazers have gone 3 of 7 on field goal attempts here in the second half. And then Lillard slams it in.
Well, for a guy who used to be more proficient in the half-court game, Lillard's showing that nowadays he's just as dominant in transition.
Doncic against Lillard. Doncic passes to Porzingis. Nice fake, but the layup off the mark. Portland leading by 7. Lillard looking around. And the pass to Nurkic. The Mavericks pull it in. Richardson kicks to Doncic. And he's going up for the alley-oop. The shot by Cauley Stein, no good.
And what should have been a simple pass and finish ends up in a missed opportunity on that alley-oop attempt.
Yeah, you'd like to keep things a little more simple, and that was a play that didn't quite develop the way they wanted it.
And here is Doncic after Damian Lillard was able to get the 3 to go. And it's Doncic missing.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Jones dishes to Lillard from downtown. It's rebounded by Doncic. Here's Richardson, and it's Richardson slamming it down.
At 7-3, Porzingis with no trouble seeing over the defense. Excellent pass and a very unselfish play.
Lillard outside. No good on the 3. And so it's the Portland Trailblazers in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
You know, anytime a guy's in the post and the teammates know he's unselfish, great player movement can create an opportunity just like that.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. They've got Marjanovic. J.J. Redick is out there with Burke. Then there's Dwight Powell. And it's Finney Smith in at the small forward position. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. Powell, that's good.
Like the execution there from Cantor. Usually likes to score, this time with the pass.
Burke, the pass to Redick. The three. The shot, no good. Now Portland takes it the other way. Now here's McCollum. Dishes to Collins. Back to McCollum. Here's Cantor. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And this is what he's worked on. As Cantor has become a more polished inside scorer, he's been drawing more fouls.
Greg, if you're a small market team, how do you convince stars that you've drafted and developed to stay and re-sign?
It's a great question, Kevin. I actually think in a lot of ways it's easier today because you can be box office. You can be a superstar in a small market and have the name recognition because of the era we play in. And so I think the biggest way to keep them there is to build a championship caliber team around them. I think that is your saving grace. If you can prove to them that you can build a championship caliber team, I don't really think that there is a reason to want to leave.
That's a solid blueprint. Here's Anthony following the score by Dallas. He was all alone on that one. Anthony's got the lead up to 11 now for Portland.
And Melo operating in the mid-range, he does such a great job of finding open areas out there where he knows he can dominate.
Burke can't get it to go.
Hate to say it, but if they're still trailing at the final buzzer, a lot of this is going to be felt by him. His shooting tonight has just been atrocious.
The shot's good from Cantor.
Cantor does a good job of shooting off the catch there, easily getting that shot up thanks to his height.
Marjanovic, and Marjanovic with the slam.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
Pass to Powell. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. A three from McCollum. Powell pulls it in.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Finney Smith kicks to Redick. From past the arc. They get it back. And that one's good. Marjanovic.
Well, he takes care of salvaging that possession for the offense by getting on the offensive glass.
Around 3 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. McCollum outside. Pass to Powell. McCollum kicks to Powell. Portland no good that time either. Mavericks trail by 9. Redick for 3. The shot no good. And so it's McCollum with it. He brings it up for the Portland Trail Blazers. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. A three-pointer is right on target.
Well, if you go to Lehigh, of course, you're going to make smart plays. McCollum good at sensing when his man was going to be wide open.
Back to Burke for 3. And it's Portland with the rebound.
And not a way to get out of a funk. He needs to be looking for good, solid, more efficient shots. Not the wild one he took there. Looked like a simple play and turned into a turnover. Can't give away possessions like that.
And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks. How about that mobile one block we just saw? Amazing defensive work.
And when you're behind in the game, that's what you've got to do. Contest every shot. And these are the types of games where one team clearly has the edge. Tonight, it will be a win by a large margin for Portland.
Two great rebounding teams.
And these guys worked just a little bit harder tonight, and that was the edge they needed.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Enes Kanter.
He did all the dirty work that they needed, clearing out space underneath and securing rebounds.
Now, here's Doncic. From deep three-point range, an absolute bomb from three-point range.
Seems like everyone's taking long threes these days, but Doncic has natural power in those legs, generates range with ease.
Lillard with the bucket.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
Yeah, when you step into an opposing team's arena and you can play with this type of composure, boy, that food tastes good on the way out of town.
Lillard outside. And so it's Portland winning this one. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead silent. Coming right up. Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to
Good evening, Kevin.
What a story. David, thank you. Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. Albert Covington out there with Nurkic. Then it's Damian Lillard. Then it's Rondé Hollis-Jefferson. And it's Jones in at the 2. And for the Clippers, Paul George is out there with Patrick Beverley. Then it's Marcus Morris. Then it's Ibaka. And it's Leonard in at the 3 slot. Now, here's Lillard. Nurkic trying to get open. And Damian Lillard, good for the 3.
And we've seen Lillard hit that shot before. He has no fear when it comes to the deep 3.
Outside, George. From the top of the key. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers.
Missing that one helps out all the analytical guys from the mid-range.
It's stolen by Morris. George with the ball. Lillard picks him up. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
The all-around game Paul George possesses is so special. His versatility is what makes him so valuable.
This is his first free throw of the game.
And 88 from the line a season ago. He was one of the best shooters in the league.
He's living there tonight, a tough guy to guard without fouling. And the bonus, he's going to knock him down.
And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Morris.
Boy, if you're the coach, you hate to see that kind of miscommunication between your guys.
Jones kicks to Lillard. It's stolen by Ibaka. Jones against George. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game. Here now, the Clippers. It's a 3-point game. Passes it to Beverley. Now, here is Ibaka. There's the triple. Rebounded by Covington.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Lillard, the pass to Jones. Back to Lillard. Now here's Hollis-Jefferson. Defended by George. Just 5 to shoot. The Trailblazers need to get off a shot. Lillard from outside. Rebound, Kawhi Leonard. And here's Los Angeles. Here's Morris. And a missed layup.
3 straight misses to begin this contest and already starting to look frustrated.
Poked loose. And George gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. The Trailblazers have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Lillard surveying the D. There's the lob to Lillard. Knocked loose.
And we've just seen them make mistakes on back-to-back trips. Both those turnovers could have been avoided.
Oh, my God. They can't buy one. 0 for 4. Sometimes this happens.
And it's Hollis-Jefferson with the jam.
You know, often we think of Dame as a scorer first, but they're reminding us of his great ability to pass the rock.
Now, here's George. And there's the pass to Morris. Rebound by Nurkic. Trailblazers leading by 5. And the basket by Lillard. A new generation of players, Greg, coming into the NBA alongside your son Cole. we've got a lot of players who I think are going to have a long-term impact on this game.
There's no doubt about it. Listen, I hope Cole can have the kind of impact that some of these guys are, but look at the Grizzlies. I think they got two terrific ones. Ja Morant has superstar written all over him. Brandon Clark probably surprised some people with his ability to have an impact. And if you look at this past draft, Obi Toppin is one to watch. This is a guy with great size and length who was a perimeter player until he had a growth spurt. So those are the types of players that I think when you combine athleticism and skill with the way the court is spaced, man, can have a tremendous impact in this game.
And there's the call on Patrick Beverley. That is his first foul of the game. So Portland ends up going with the new group. Powell for three. And the three ball is good.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
And here's Beverley. He brings it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. They trail by 6. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
I like seeing Patrick Beverley attack the interior. Sometimes he becomes too perimeter oriented.
Powell against George. To the paint. And it's Anthony with the jam.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
Also, if you can't get stops at this point, it really doesn't matter what you do at the offensive end.
And here are the Clippers now. The Blazers getting the bucket. George with the bucket.
Facing up from mid-range, George could have tried to drive, but takes what the defense gives him.
McCollum with the ball. And he uses the glass on the layup.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one.
And it's Leonard missing.
Enters the league as a great defender. Now Leonard's an elite defender. Multiple defensive plays.
And so it's the Portland Trail Blazers with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. They're feeling very confident, shooting the ball with great efficiency and dictating the pace. We'll return shortly. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And taking a look at the Trail Blazers performance here, boys. What do you think they're doing or not doing?
Boy, their offense looks really good when everyone's in sync. Terrific first quarter.
This is exactly what you want to see if you're a coach. Your team starting fast and playing with confidence.
DeMarcus Cousins out there with Batum. Then it's Luke Kennard. Then there's Reggie Jackson. And it's Zubac in at the 5, patrolling the paint. That's who's out there for the Clippers. Pass to Cousins. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Jackson up top. He is guarded by McCollum. Batum trying to break loose. Jackson misses.
I mean, you won't see this too often. Getting denied at the rim. He's likely to remember that one.
Any chance you get, you want to put yourself in a position to succeed, and that's what he did there.
Great job of reading the floor, got to the rim, and made a play.
Jackson passes to Kennard. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. No good from Zubac.
Well, that alley-oop attempt, a case of what could have been, just didn't finish the play.
No, this is something you practice over and over again. I'm surprised they couldn't execute.
And the Clippers decide to take their first time out here.
And just trying to get some traction offensively. Boy, it hasn't been pretty.
You know, this is a good time to maybe switch up your strategy a little bit. You can't keep doing what you're doing and expect a different result.
A minute and a half gone here in the second quarter. Jackson kicks to Kennard. Zubac the pass to Jackson. To the middle. Powell pulls it in. Trailblazers leading by 8. Pass to McCollum. And some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Passes it to Powell. 6 to shoot. That one goes. Count it.
And don't look now, but they're starting to extend this lead.
They're doing it by building it out, step by step, valuing each possession.
Los Angeles with another miss. Trailblazers have gone 3 of 4 from the floor here in the second quarter. This one for 3. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off. No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
And the officials call a traveling violation. Clippers trail by 10. And it's Norman Powell with the foul. That's his first foul. Jackson looking it over.
And guys, it really looks like they've lost a step here in the second quarter. They have been really stagnant offensively.
The pass to Anthony. A 3 from McCollum. It's Reggie Jackson with the rebound.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Good vision, good decision by Reggie. Pushing for a better shot, finds an open man.
And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. McCollum dishes to Powell. 6 on the shot clock. It's Powell on the wing. Takes the 3. It's hauled in by Zubac. And so Cousins will bring it up for Los Angeles. Only giving up 6 here in this quarter. Pass to Kennard. 1:09 left in the first half. Takes a 3. And Cantor pulls it down. Cantor's got rebound number 5 here tonight.
Hard to catch up when you can't hit shots. This is a quarter he liked to forget.
Here's Batum. And the dunk by Batum.
And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
Yeah, defensively, your mantra at this point has to be no easy buckets.
No coverage that time. Powell's got 10 points.
Throughout the evening, he's gotten to his spots, and the defense has not adjusted.
Pass to Kennard. Shoots over Powell. Rebound by the Trailblazers.
They keep calling his number, which is partly how they've dug this hole.
3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Out to Anthony. From deep. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum.
Timeout.
McCollum's got 3 assists now in this one. And the Clippers call time here.
Let's see if Coach can get them back on the right track.
Because right now it feels like the pace is being dictated to them. They need to go back to playing their brand of basketball.
Both teams will make substitutions. 12 seconds left here in the second. Nobody near George. Los Angeles with another miss. With 1 on the clock. Oh, and the buzzer beater's good.
And get.
All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Portland was looking great right away. They didn't wait long to put together a 9-2.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the rout that it's threatening to be. Clippers trail by 14. On the floor for Portland. They've got Derrick Jones. Hyundai Hollis Jefferson out there with Robert Covington. Then there's Yusuf Nurkic, and it's Lillard in at the point guard. And Greg, you play with some big personalities. Talk about the best way to manage egos and conflicts in the locker room. That's a very interesting topic.
No doubt about it. You know, Kev, first thing you learn from middle school on, your team is your family. And let's face it, all families have spats, and so do teams. You just learn to never personalize those things. Never leave any stone unturned. Like, don't let things fester. When there are issues, you address them. And if you're not taking things personally, you tend to be able to work through whatever issues you may come in front of.
Good advice. Outside, George tries again, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
You see Serge in the painted area, feels the defender, goes on the attack.
The Clippers have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2. He hits both from the stripe.
When your bigs can make free throws, it's a huge advantage. Love his approach to getting to the line.
And if you're just joining us, we played over a minute here in the third. Lillard outside. 5 to shoot. Up again. Great positioning on the putback. Hollis Jefferson's got the lead up to 14 now for Portland.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Nurkic with the steal. Beverly against Lillard from deep. Offensive rebound. Covington kicks to Lillard. Drills it from outside. Lillard's got 8 points.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Beverly, the pass to George. Fires from deep. Drains the three-pointer. 7 points in the game.
Though he doesn't show a lot of expression, PG-13 is ultra competitive. Claps back from distance.
Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. Jones finds Lillard. Here's Nurkic. That shot missing, so Los Angeles will take it the other way. Here's Leonard. Here's Morris. Left side, Leonard goes back up. That one wide left.
Missed opportunity, wide open from mid-range. He would love to get that one back.
Stay there.
Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. Hollis Jefferson passes to Lillard. There's the lob to the hoop. The rebound by Paul George. Clippers trail by 14. Beverly for 3. Rebound by Nurkic. And the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. That's his first foul. Let's take another look at the staunch defense during that mobile 1 block.
And that'll give him a jolt. Nothing like a rejection to light a fire under you.
Lillard outside. Kicks it out to Covington. Back to Lillard. Passes to Nurkic. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
And such a polished player near the basket. Nurkic feels comfortable taking those in-close shots.
Beverly, the pass to Leonard. 1:15 left in the third quarter. Deft touch on the alley-oop.
Oh, just a picture-perfect alley-oop. You gotta love that one, Kevin.
A little surprised, Greg. He didn't go for the big slam, but it works just the same. Lillard against Beverly. The pass to Nurkic. Kicks it to Jones. Leonard against Lillard. And the officials call for a 3-second violation. Jackson, he's checked in for Los Angeles. And so it's Leonard with it. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. It's a 14-point game. There's the 3. And Cantor pulls it down. Cantor's got his 6th rebound on the night.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build
this lead.
McCollum finds Anthony. No good on the shot, a bit long that time.
And I was sure that was money on that one, but everyone is afforded an easy miss or two.
Yes, let's look on the bright side. You got a great look. It's a play that you might want to go back to again.
There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. Count it.
He doesn't need much time to get his shot off. Paul George is a dependable catch-and-shoot option.
McCollum feeling it out a bit. Powell. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. It's the Trailblazers. They lead by 12. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Creating plays for others, it's an art form, but it's also a discipline. Fantastic job.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first three quarters. Batuma's out there with DeMarcus Cousins. Then it's Ivica Zubac. Then it's Luke Kennard. And it's Beverly in at the 1. That's who's out there for the Clippers. 4 on the clock. Anthony, no one around. Here's McCollum. And he's fouled pretty hard on that. And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the officials.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Cullen passes to Powell. Cantor with it. Powell dishes to McCollum. Lets it go from deep. Stolen by Zubac. There's the feed to Batum. Out of bounds. Portland takes possession.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
And the Clippers making a switch here. Jackson's checked in. Portland leading by 11. McCollum outside. And that's a foul. It's called on Reggie Jackson. That's his first foul. About a minute and a half through the fourth quarter now. McCollum against Jackson. Foul for 3. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum.
And we talk about court awareness. There, McCollum doing a beautiful job spotting the open man.
Pass to Kennard. Beyond the arc. The Clippers get another chance here. Zubac kicks to Jackson. Second shot opportunity. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
The burst of Jackson makes him a hard guy to stick with and difficult not to foul him.
Jackson hits both of them. Portland's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. And here's McCollum. Shot clock at 6. Shoots from the high post. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. McCollum's got 4 points now in the quarter. In the corner, Kennard with it. That one's good from the corner.
Always working to find open territory. Kennard's lethal in catch and shoot.
And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Really
really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. The shot by Lillard, wide open. Misses the three. Clippers trail by 12. Here's Leonard. Great pass to set up the lay-in.
Well, Paul knows the defense is locked in on him, so he takes advantage and finds the open man.
There's 1:54 left to play in the final quarter. Jones kicks to Lillard. Pass to Hollis Jefferson. Here's Jones. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Lillard. .137 left to play here in the fourth. Now Beverly. Pass to George. Launches a three. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Nurkic has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Lillard outside. And there's the call on Patrick Beverly. That's foul number 2 for him. There's 1:17 left in the fourth quarter of this one. The pass to Hollis Jefferson. 5 on the clock. Lillard with it. Leonard picks him up. Lillard, the pass to Jones. Paul George with the steal.
And that's one of those tough areas to feed the basketball at times.
I mean, he is explosive with his leaping ability. Paul George is well versed in finishing above the rim.
And Lillard kicks to Jones. From deep three-point range, they get it back. Lillard outside. Poked away. On the wing, Jones. And that one off the back of the rim and in.
Yeah, they sucked the energy out of this arena. Tremendous effort on the road.
And when you're on the road, you can't be tentative coming into a game like this. I thought their aggressive approach was the difference.
Now, that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Reason why it takes extra energy to do it. You have to trust your defensive rotations, but it's worth it.
He hits the first one, and that stretches their lead to 8.
Wearing the number 0 for a reason. Damian Lillard has it on his back for his city, Oakland. Just the latest star from the town.
From deep, George. And another 3 for the Clippers.
No moment is ever too big for Paul George. He remains confident in the clutch.
No choice but to foul there, but he's probably the last guy you want to see on the line.
Second one is good, getting both at the line, and it's an 8-point game. On the wing, George. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Power move from PG-13. He's added a lot of muscle to his frame over the years, putting it to good use right there.